Hello everyone, in this part we are going to talk about web page content. After inserting the HTML tag and maybe a comments for our web page template, we can actually add static content or the content that can appear on every web page, such as business name, logo, the web links, and the footer information. So you can actually, for example, put the content of Forward Fitness Club into between the header tags. Remember, adding a static content to a template, it can save time. Remember that this template can be used to create web pages for the website. And because this content is meant to be displayed on each page, adding it to the template once rather than to each page many times, it can save a lot of time. Also, when adding the content to a page, we can often insert symbols such as copyright symbol, maybe the greater sign symbol, the smaller sign symbol, and things like that. There are other symbols such as like maybe the dollar sign or something. It can also be inserted. Entity name is an abbreviated name. An entity number is basically the combination of £sign and the numeric number. For example, the copyright symbol is $copy, and the entity name for copyright symbol is basically ampersand number 169. So this table shows you the list of common symbols along with their entity name and number that you can use. A commonly used character in non-breaking space is ampersand and NBSP, which forces browser to actually display a blank space. We can insert the indent, extra spaces, and paragraph breaks to make the HTML code easier to read and maintain. Now let's talk about validating HTML documents. After creating an HTML file, we can validate the document to make sure that the validity of our HTML code exists. When we validate an HTML document, we can confirm that all the code is correct and they are actually following the rules by W3C organization that sets the standard for HTML. W3C actually recommends validating all of the HTML document and make validation part of your web page testing. There are a lot of validation services that are available on the web. You can use them to make sure that your HTML standard is free of error. Some can check only for errors, other ones they can check for flag errors and also suggest how to correct them. The W3C website has a free online validator that can check for errors that's indicated where they are located and suggest correction. So the validator looks for coding errors. It can't make sure that the browser will display the page as you intended. So to test the design of your web page, you can display it in all of the popular web browsers that are available. So you can go to validator.w3.org. That's the website. You can actually check your HTML document. So it's called validator.w3.org. So in that website, you can upload your HTML file to the validator, which means that you can transfer a copy of document to the validation website. The validator reviews each line of the code and it can locate any error. So this is the validation service that I'm talking about. Basically, you can also, if there is a website out there, you can actually put the URL address as well, or you can actually do the file upload. You can choose the file and upload it in there. As a curiosity, I just put the USF address and then I said check. So you can see there are all of the error and warning messages that you are getting. There are a lot of warning messages that you might see, some JavaScript warning and things like that. But if there are errors, then that you can actually see the errors and try to fix them. But you can try that for any website actually. The next thing that we are going to talk about is we are going to talk about creating a homepage using a web template. So after you create a template for the website, you can save time by using the template to create the web pages in the site. Some of the advantages with starting the template is that it can include the content and HTML elements that can appear on every page. So by opening the template and then saving it with a new name that corresponds to the page on the site, you can save time and make sure that it is consistent across your website and avoid having to recreate repeating elements such as the navigation bar, the footer, and so on. So now the following step is to create the homepage for the fitness website using the web page template. Now that we have created a template for the Forward Fitness Club website, we need to create the homepage. If you remember from first chapter, the homepage is normally it's called index.html. So in the so we can actually in the file name of the text box we can type index to name the file. So we can actually save the file using the index.html. So you can open your template and then save it as index.html. So then we want to actually use the paragraph to kind of write in our main tag a paragraph about the mission statement, because remember this is the main page, this is the index.html. So you want people to kind of welcome to the fitness club and talk about the mission. So you can actually put that paragraph inside the main section, main tag. You can insert it in there. So you can press the enter key times to insert 2 new lines and then type the content with paragraph tag as you see. So you can actually add more things, more paragraph if you want for that page, for the home page. So these are some of the content for the paragraph that we can add inside the main tag. So that's the main tag, and inside it we can have few paragraphs. And in the paragraphs we can put the stuff, the content that we want. So to display a home page in a default browser after we create the home page or any other page of the website and adding the content to it, you can display it in a browser to view our completed pages. We need to view every page that we create in a browser to make sure that it's loaded correctly. Besides using a command in an HTML editor, such as launch in IE command on the run menu in the notepad, we can open an HTML file from the file viewer, such as maybe, File Explorer or something. And when you double click on the HTML file, you can open the default browser on your computer. And if you want to open the file in different browser, you can press and hold the right key and it will open up in another browser. So then you can actually see your output and see how it looks like. So if you have any spelling errors in the page, you can run the spell checker or edit it in the text HTML text editor, and then you can save your changes again. So, and then you can refresh your browser and then you will see, what you have. So that's it for this chapter. now that you kind of learned how to use the template, you can create different pages using the template and name it differently. And now you're ready to kind of create your web template for your website. Okay, I hope you have enjoyed this section, and I'm going to put some more videos regarding some websites that you can actually practice HTML tags, and also some kind of tips that can help you with creating your web pages. Okay, have a good day. Bye-bye.